would you mind maybe doing a little quick demonstration of the process
Yeah,
today? Would that be okay?
yeah, no, that was good. We talked about that we actually talked in the prelim. He said,
Yeah,
but he hasn't. He's gone off doing whatever he wants, which is fantastic. Now I'll
yeah.
just give myself a little bit. There's a bit more body. Oh no, that's this stupid camera readjusts to make it small. Don't worry. All right, camera, you're annoying. Um, so I'll put my hands up in there. That usually they're sort of comfortably, and you guys might do that. Now I won't take the mirroring hands towards the sort of a therapeutic where we're going to create problems. I'll just do an example of just asking the question, what we call the basic accessing question. Are you actually ready? Does your body open up and engage? Is it connecting between that cognitive and that inner, that fabulous inner world? So the first thing, though, is we know in hypnosis, we need to shift the brain from focus, this self-organizing thing, and we need to turn off, for those to turn off these decision-making interference, what you call the dorsolateral prefrontal cortex and the ventrolateral prefrontal cortex and the orbitofrontal prefrontal cortex. Yay, everyone. The four people with neuroscience we out there saying, oh, good words. Anyway, studied all that. That was all useful. But we want to turn off and we want to find this connection, this trance of shift where we certainly somebody else can suggest to you from the outside, but you can suggest to yourself from the inside. It's exactly the same process. Whatever we can do internally, someone can impose externally. So don't think you're clever because you can hypnotize somebody and suggest, because we can hypnotize ourselves and suggest just as easily. And we do that by focus. So let's, Richard, stop talking in enthusiastic left hemisphere stuff and just shift. What you've got your hands, I'll put them inside. And they're fascinating things, hands. They occupy a whole bunch of real estate in the brain, which makes them really sensitive and really noticeable. But you know, if you really looked at your hands, and if you really look at them, almost like you've never seen them before, the different wrinkles and creases, or how long your fingers are, or short, or how fleshy your palm is. Maybe it's not. You might already be experiencing little interesting things. I'm just noticing one of my little finger on one of my hands is a little distant from the other three. I don't know what that means or if it means anything, but that's interesting. And you might find yourself really want to look with your eyes carefully. You might want to shift and just start to feel your hands in your mind's eye. But I wonder, as you really start to feel as though these hands are almost floating in front of you all by themselves, what if there's a difference? Could be simple. Maybe, maybe one hand feels a bit warmer or cooler, or maybe a bit lighter or heavier. Or are you getting a sort of maybe a ambiguous thing? One is the older you, one's the younger you, one's the whatever it is. You might find it has a twitch or a yes, that's right. Just let that and I wonder, without working and wanting to work on anything really specific, because we're quite distant, we can't see each other. But that hand that you notice, what is it wanting to receive? Is it from your body? Is it a positive feeling? Is it a difficult feeling? Is it something that is it something that might even surprise you? And we're not really going to spend a lot of time this experience, but just if you feel that hand receiving, I wonder, can you let it just, yes, that's right. It might just be moving all on its own. I don't know whether it's down or up, to the left or right, or just maybe even staying exactly where it is. And just allow yourself to review. Yes, you might take a breath. Let yourself do that. Just continuing with that receiving. You might have a conscious awareness of what you're receiving, or maybe it's just a feeling, or maybe it's a color or a shape. Everything is correct. And I don't know about you, my hand's moving quite quickly down towards my lap. Mark's is moving up. Just allow that part of the message of what's important just to be received. That's right. Just trust yourself, knowing that your system wants to find the best path. And even though we could spend more time, I know, let's shift our attention now to the other hand. And whatever is in your first hand, let's see if we can find everything else, all those things that are not in the first hand. If you found one of your problems going into your first hand, in your other hand, I wonder, the not problems, the solutions, the strengths, the maybe those things that were overwhelmed or covered up by what was in that first hand. Just allow that hand to move all by itself. Don't resist, don't encourage, just be fascinated. Or even allow yourself to go into deeper, deeper trance. And it just occur all by itself. Moving to where it needs to move. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, just continuing for as long as it's important for you to achieve something important. Maybe an entire answer, maybe just an idea, maybe just a feeling, maybe just opening a door. That's right. Whatever is happening is helpful and correct. Yeah. Now, I know we could continue for some time, and that would be very helpful. But actually, your system will continue, maybe even every hour and a half or so. So when that inner part of your experience knows that it can continue this at appropriate times during the day, in your dreams, in your early morning thoughts, and when your conscious mind just seems to know that it will cooperate and allow yourself to drift at appropriate times in this healing process, will you find you might be able to bring your attention back to the room, to the place you are? Is it sitting up? Is it opening your eyes? Is it stretching? Is it taking a deep breath? I don't know. Whatever is true and correct for you.
Wow, that's so powerful.
Yeah.
Thanks so much for that, Richard.
Yeah. And